Birds of Celtic magic ride, soaring over Erin, bathed in morning light through the ancient stones, and the hawthorn's soft bloom, chasing shadows, dispelling the gloom. The old woman by the hearth, her eyes like the sea, she tells of the raven and what it can be. A message from farmlands, or a soul taking flight across the deep valleys and into the night. Oh, little wings of wonder, birds of Celtic magic ride, soaring over Erin, bathed in morning light through the ancient stones, and the hawthorn's soft bloom, chasing shadows, dispelling the gloom.
So when you think of an owl in Ireland, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it this silent hunter just gliding over a field at dusk? Or is it something older, something from myth and legend? Well, in this explainer, we're going to see how both are true and how the incredible biology of these birds is actually what created their legendary status. You see, to really understand the owl, we can't just start with biology. We have to start with the stories. For centuries, long before we understood the science, these birds held this powerful, almost supernatural place in Celtic folklore. They weren't just birds, they were the silent ghosts of the forest, seen as shapeshifters, omens, and keepers of some kind of forbidden knowledge. This quote, it comes from the Mabinogi, a collection of ancient Welsh myths, and it's just fascinating. It tells the story of a woman named Blodeuwedd, who was literally made from flowers, and she betrays her husband. So as punishment, she isn't killed. Nope. She's transformed into an owl, cursed to live in darkness and be hated by all other birds. It just perfectly captures that ancient, mysterious view of the owl as a creature of twilight and consequence. And all of this leads us to our big question. How did this bird get such a fearsome and fascinating reputation? Well, the answer isn't in magic. It's in a set of evolutionary superpowers that are, frankly, even more mind-blowing. So, let's do it. Let's peel back the myth to reveal the machine. You know, those legends of ghostly apparitions and silent spirits? They didn't just come from nowhere. They came from a hunter that is perfectly engineered for the night, equipped with a toolkit that is, well, it borders on the extraordinary. The owl's greatest trick has to be its complete silence, and it pulls it off with this brilliant three-part system. First, the very front edge of its wing feathers has these comb-like serrations that slice the air into smaller, quieter currents. Then, the back edge of the feather is soft and fringed, which muffles any sound that's left. And finally, the feathers themselves have this velvety texture that just absorbs any remaining noise. The result? The ability to literally appear out of thin air, just like a ghost. And just look at this comparison. A pigeon or a crow takes off, and you hear that loud whoosh, whoosh, right? That sound is like a dinner bell for any prey animal, warning them a predator is coming. An owl, on the other hand, nothing. It makes no sound its prey can detect. This silence gives it two massive advantages. The prey hears nothing, and the owl itself can listen for the faintest rustle of a mouse in the grass while it's flying. But it's not just about being quiet. It's about listening, and an owl's hearing is its true superpower. Get this, their ears aren't level on their head like ours are. One is actually higher than the other. This tiny difference means sound hits each ear at a slightly different time. Their brain processes this minuscule delay to create a perfect 3D map of where that sound is coming from, left, right, and even up or down. It's basically a biological GPS system, and it lets them strike with pinpoint accuracy in total darkness. And of course, there's this iconic ability. An owl can't move its eyes in their sockets. They're totally fixed, like a pair of binoculars, which gives them incredible depth perception. To make up for it, they have extra vertebrae in their neck that let them turn their head up to 270 degrees. It's not the full 360-degree exorcist-style spin some people think, but it's still just an unbelievable feat of anatomy. So, with this amazing toolkit, how do owls actually apply it here in Ireland? Well, the island is home to 3 distinct species, and each one is a master of its own domain. This table breaks them down perfectly. First, you have the famous barn owl, with its ghostly white heart-shaped face and those dark, spooky eyes. Its Irish name, Scréachóg Reilige, literally means graveyard screecher, which, yeah, that tells you everything you need to know about its haunting call. Then there's the long-eared owl, a master of camouflage in conifer forests with these fierce orange eyes. And finally, the short-eared owl, a hunter of open bogs with piercing yellow eyes that, unlike the others, you can actually see hunting during the day. All right, so they're out there, but they are masters of stealth. So how do you actually go about finding one of these incredible birds? It's a real challenge, isn't it? You're looking for a silent, camouflaged, nocturnal predator. But it's not impossible. You just have to stop looking for the owl itself and start looking for the clues it leaves behind. The key is to look for evidence. Keep an eye out for pellets. These are compact little bundles of fur and bone that owls cough up. Finding these under a tree is a dead giveaway. Also, look for whitewash, which is just a nice term for the white droppings that stain the ground below a roost. If you want to actually see one, your best bet is an evening watch, just scanning the edges of fields right at dusk. And finally, just listen. That eerie, blood-curdling screech of a barn owl is unmistakable. And it's so easy to see how a sound like that, coming out of the darkness, became the stuff of legend. And this really brings us full circle. We started with the myth of the owl as some kind of supernatural being, and we've uncovered the science that makes it one of nature's most incredible predators. But this brings up a final question, doesn't it? Does knowing how silent flight works, or why an owl's ears are lopsided, take away from the mystery and the magic? Absolutely not. No way. In fact, it does the opposite. Understanding that the ghostly specter is actually a master of aerodynamics and that the blood-curdling screech is the call of a parent hunting for its young, it just makes the owl even more awe-inspiring. The reality is far more marvelous than any myth we could have ever invented. The story of the owl shows us that underneath every legend, there's often an even more incredible truth just waiting to be discovered. It just makes you wonder, what else is out there, waiting in the half-light?